This is Garrett Fry, the cemetery sequence lead for 3D digital map painting, and we're taking a look at shot 1929. So if we take a look at that, it pans down, and this shot and another shot, the shot is 1930. Between these two shots, it's the same location, so you want to have continuity between these two shots. So whatever you add into these areas here, you're going to want to follow in 1930. So some of the things that you can add in this area, of course, we need to, fill in both sides of this cemetery with additional gravestones. And so this one here, as you can see right back here, there's these little retaining walls that are around these grave sites here. So you can have, a little retaining wall here with some steps right there. And these steps, they can be a lot like these here, where they don't, it's not connected to the retaining wall at all. You can just have it kind of like floating into the ground there. But you will want to make sure, you have a really nice reference here of how that should be done, so you can see kind of how that is done. In addition, you can also have other partial that you see partially back here, more of these little retaining walls, and also on this side as well. So you want to, this is a big open area, so you want to put something in here that's quite nice. And as it recedes back into the distance there. Put something a little bit off frame right here that's behind that tree. You do want to make sure that you're keeping this the focus of the shot, and that's, leading the eye down into the center of the shot. And if you are making sure that your work is really nicely integrated, then it won't draw too much attention to itself. So there's the design part of it. If you design it in a way that makes it a bit too, too much of the focus, that's one thing. Also, if it's not integrated well, then it will draw your eye away as well. So make sure that when you do, you're matching the value, the color, including the shadow shapes. All these should have shadow shapes, and if there's some areas, especially in this area here, if you're putting in some of these gravestones and you want just a little bit of dappled light, you can put some of that in there, and that will really look nice. Before starting out on the shot, it's really important to familiarize yourself with the extensive photo reference in the library. It is worthwhile to do quick map painting concepts so you can start to understand what kind of photography works for what particular situation. Also, make sure you're utilizing the asset library, especially for those shots that require continuity between environments. These assets can be a huge help, and remember that every asset has high resolution photography, so if the asset is not high enough resolution when rendered, you can overlay it with photography.